let me try and engage, I haven't spoken to you yet. Let me try and engage Superintendent Alexander Kweku Obeng, Director of Public Affairs, Ghana Police Service, and Engineer David Osafo-Adonting, Director Planning and Program at the National Road Safety Authority. I can deal with them briefly. I really wanted to hear Kwame Asiedu-Sapong also bring to us the view of the medical practitioners about the road, the injuries, and the cost to our GDP and the things that we have to take care of. But let's hear, starting with Engineer David Osafo-Adonting. So, January to November, over 2,600 people have been killed. We're not talking about the injuries that have been suffered. Some have been maimed and the rest of them. Going into December, what should we do to avoid what has become a ritual? Sorry, we don't have David Osafo-Adonting. Please unmute. Please unmute. And my sincere apologies to you and Superintendent Alexander Kwame Obeng. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, good. Yeah, so good afternoon to all our listeners and viewers. Indeed, we are getting into Christmas. And so we wish every Ghanaian a Merry Christmas in advance. But indeed, when it gets to this particular period, we are all aware of the euphoria around Christmas, the excitement, the level of commitment that parents, individuals, groups, everybody is hastily moving around, traveling, coming into the road space to do one thing or the other. So the road space indeed is boiling. I believe we have already gotten signals of it in Accra and in all the cities. That is Christmas. Indeed, the police, together with us, we have given an account of what we recorded over the last 11 months in November. And you have just rightly said that we have recorded in excess of 14,000 crashes, in excess of 14,000 injuries. It is more like one crash, one injury, more or less. But we have also recorded in excess of 2,600 deaths. Across 2,600. In fact, last year, where it was even an election year, we recorded 2,589 or so, which even with an election year, we could justify it because of electioneering activities. But this year, it's not an election year, but we are still recording far in excess of 2,600. And that is up to November. We are now getting into the Christmas proper. And we anticipate, based on statistics, that crashes may go up if the trend should continue from what we see. But we are not sitting down at all. We are stepping up about our activities. Indeed, it is the same old story we come and tell you whenever we meet on this platform. What it means is that much as we are doing our best in terms of education, publicity, advocacy, and we are supported by the police through enforcement, we still find the figures rising anyway, which means clearly that something is wrong. And what is wrong is the level of indiscipline we always talk about. The speeding on the part of drivers is not going down. People are still speeding. They are still doing the wrongful overtaking. They are still, the motorcycle guys are still not wearing the helmets. They are running through red lights. And so the disrespect to traffic rules and regulations automatically will lead to these kind of situations across the world. The best practice of managing road traffic crashes are using education, enforcement, engineering, and then emergency response. And that is exactly what we're doing here in Ghana. I can tell you that the kind of education we're doing, the last evaluation we did, we had already hit 80% publicity level, 80% awareness level.
Okay.
Clearly, if you're at such level in practice, it should be reflecting positively on the statistics on the ground.
All right.
Unfortunately, it is not, which means that we now have to move a little more into the enforcement.
Okay.
And I'm happy my good friend
Thank you.
Obing is here.
Thank you very much. I will take it on to him at this point and apologize to you once again that we're not able to do a lot more on this. Engineer David Osafo-Adonting is Director Planning and Programs at the NRSA. Thank you so much for your time. Now, Superintendent Alexander Kwame Obeng, Director of Public Affairs, Ghana Police Service. People are beginning to applaud you under this Dampari regime. We know recently you are arresting everybody who are disobeying traffic regulations. MPs are involved. Those who say they are not to be arrested because they are a special breed. You are arresting them and making sure that they are facing the law. But what are you doing beyond arresting these big vehicle drivers who have turned their vehicles into ambulances on our roads? Please unmute. Please unmute.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and Merry Christmas to you, Samson. I think, first of all, we have to remain a little there in terms of our enforcement efforts, because it is right that road safety education without stringent enforcement to a very large extent is entertainment. And that's why the police administration led by the Inspector General of Police and all our formations across the country have been directed to ensure that we deploy fully to not only direct and control, to ensure that all those locations that people find it easy to commit road offenses that mostly fuel, road crashes, and associated death and injuries are nipped. And no wonder this week so many offenders were arrested. And Samson, let me reaffirm this, that between January and November this year, police have arrested not less than, and I want to be very exact, and I hope this may be a bit deterrent to others, that we've arrested 6,465, and so far 5,289 road offenders have been put before motor courts and magistrate courts across the country. So far, 4,443 of them have been convicted, and as many as 26 are in the Golan. They are in cells or in jail, and over 2 million Ghana cedis have been imposed on court and have paid. Beyond this, we think that much has to be done, and that is why, under our community engagement strategy, the Inspector General of Police have, to a very large extent, led police to deploy to ensure that such places are tightened. And so when you go around, you see police officers all over. In addition, MTT information across the country are collaborating with National Road Safety Authority and commercial transport operators. And this clearly is also seen in the way the administration is leading the way. That anywhere the General Police goes in this country, he ensures that he engages the commercial transport operators at where they work.
Okay.
And so when he was in the Western region, he met the commercial transport operators at the main lorry park.
All right. So we have expectation that you will do more of this so that we will bring the incidents of the carnage on our roads avoidable, leading to avoidable deaths and injuries down. Thank you so very much, Superintendent Alexander Kweku Obeng. He's Director of Public Affairs, Ghana Police Service. Now, Dr. Kwame Sapong-Asiedu is here. Some 2 minutes. The impact financially, even to our GDP, to medicals and all of these, what do you think we can do?
Samson, thanks. I'm just looking at the global data. And if you look at the daily adjusted life years, that is time lost to ill health. Road traffic accidents in the last 10 years has climbed from 23rd to 8th. And it's costing us, probably this year, looking at the numbers, it might cost us about 1.5 billion thereof. You need to look at this in context, because when you have health budgets, you split it to one person. How much is any government spending on an individual's health, which is the health expenditure per capita?
That's right.
Ghana sits at $78 now. Out of that, the government only contributes about 38%, which is very, very small. And of that, majority goes into paying salaries and wages. So if, in spite of this, all this COVID going on and all that, we get ourselves into another pandemic of road traffic accidents, where are we going to find the money from our individual budgets to look after us, which then means that probably we'll look after other people. So that's how I'd want to look at it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And according to the Ghana Medical Association in their journal, last year alone, they've done some calculations. Last year alone, the state had to spend $1,157,600,000 US on solving road traffic injuries alone. Let's all take care and be careful. This has been Newsfile. It's your most authoritative news analysis platform. I'm Samson Ladia Nyanini, and my outfit, as always, is by Habels Couture. You can call them 0200 84 1988. Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.